Hello everyone, here is my Homestead race review. First off, that was probably the best race of the playoffs. That or Kansas. Both fantastic races, especially this one. This one was crazy. Wild race. First half, first two thirds honestly were pretty calm, but then the last third happened. But it was good racing all around. Obviously the high side is very dominant here at Homestead these days. Almost to a fault sometimes, but it is what it is. Uh, First stage went pretty much green until the thin house spun out, blew a tire or whatever. Um, Larson won that stage. It looked like we were going to be on for another Larson clinic. He did the big funny later in the race for sure. Um, then stage two was green all the way, but we still had really good racing, and there wasn't really like that super dominant car. Larson was probably the fastest car, but he didn't lead the entire time. Then stage three happened. Um, it was wild, and especially during stage two, like Christopher Bell was nowhere. He was like struggling, and they were like trying to stay on lead lap because they were so bad, but they stayed in it. Um, but the chaos really started on lap 214 when Kyle Larson did the one of the funniest things all season and went head on into the pit wall barrels and head on applied directly to the forehead. Jokes just write themselves, but absolutely hilarious moment. Good thing you won last week, right? Because that would have set up a crazy turn of events. But that was happening during green flag cycle, so that kind of screwed some drivers. That screwed Truex. Blaney got lucky on it because he was in the pit road when it happened and stuff. Yeah. So he cycled back out to the lead, but he was already leading at that point. So, but yeah, Larson just trying too hard, and that's kind of like the problem with Larson generally is that he tries too hard when he doesn't have to. And that's why, like, when I was predicting he would go out in the round of 12, and he almost did. Like, there was a world where that happened because he crashed in practice at the Roval, was going to start last. There was a real world where he was going to be in big trouble at the Roval. And that's the thing I'm concerned about Larson is if he doesn't have the best car at Phoenix, which I kind of doubt with how he has 2 extra weeks to prepare for that race. But if he doesn't have that best car at Phoenix, he's going to overdrive the car. And then he'll make a mistake because of it. And I think we've seen that all year from Larson. I mean, that's a trend of Larson is that, yeah, he's super talented, but he's very mistake prone. Just facts. He has 8 DNFs this year. I mean, not all, I mean, obviously some of them aren't his fault, but when you have 8 DNFs, some of the fault has to be placed on the driver. And obviously today was 100% all on the driver. Especially when you're entering pits like that. You can't try to blame on the other guy for going too slow when Blaney definitely wasn't too slow. Just got in hot and ran into the barrels, which was pretty funny. But that was that. The racing at this point was fantastic, and the restarts were crazy. And it's an insane race, man. Like, definitely the top 5 race of the year. Then we went through the pit stall cycle and stuff and that. And so pit stall cycles, I forget. I'm pretty sure Hamlin came out for Blaney was the leader, then Hamilton and stuff, and then there was the restart. They were side by side, and then Bell made the race winning move, going 3 wide. But there was also that crash with it was the 4 wide incident with like Brad Chastain and John Hunter Nemechek and stuff, and yeah, not a one of those deals. 4 wide doesn't usually work too well, but had another short run. Bell got to the lead, and then Byron got to the lead on a different restart. It was crazy. Last start of this race, absolutely nuts. I thought Byron was going to steal another one. I was going to be like, not this again, man. We can't do this. You can't get getting away with it, man. But the absolute insanity of the playoffs happened at lap 237. Hamlin goes into turn 1. He goes for this downshift. The car breaks. His podcast hasn't come out. I'm sure he'll be talking about exactly what happened. But when he downshifted, the car just turned right. And very unfortunate for him. He had a very good car. Was looking really good points wise, and then that happened. And then under that caution, Truex blew up like Kyle Busch did at Darlington last year. It was unreal. The JGR implosion was real, and then Christopher Bell took the lead with 16 laps to go, and then went on to win. But Blaney trying to make a huge day for Blaney. He did a 27-point swing. He was 17 points out. Now he's 10 points in. Incredible. Yeah, not much else to say. Blaney's been really impressive in these playoffs. These last 2 races. I mean, I don't think anyone really had him as a shot to get in just because the Fords have been so bad, generally speaking. Simple as that. I mean, they've been very impressive. And now you're going to Martinsville where those aerodynamic deficiencies that your car has don't exist. The only problem is for Blaney, in my opinion, is we've seen a lot of times he cracks under pressure and stuff. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. But it was Bell, Blaney, Reddick 3rd, and Byron 4th. Then everyone else was not good in the playoffs. Buescher just struggled all day, 21st. Truex and Hamlin 29th, 30th with their problems, and Kyle Larson 34th with his brain fart. But yeah, it sets up a somewhat interesting situation. I think generally Byron's safe. He's 30 to the good. All right, there we go. Generally, I do think Byron is going to be safe, 30 to the good. But this is Martinsville with the next-gen car. If he messes up qualifying and starts in the rear, it will be very tough for him to move himself through the field and stuff. And then, like, let's say there's a world where Hamlin and gets pole and Byron messes up in qualifying. Let's say he spins out in qualifying. And then Hamlin goes on to win the first 2 stages. He just cut down 20 points. 10-point difference. It's possible. But generally speaking, I don't think that's going to happen. But it could. And this qualifying for this Martinsville race is actually be very, very, very important, I think. But Byron's 30 to the good. Bell and Larson obviously are in. Blaney's 10 to the good. Not feeling great. 10 points can be easily made up but he's over Reddick, and I don't really think Reddick's that guy at Martinsville, so it'll be interesting. And then Hamlin and Truex are both 17 out, and then Buescher has to win the race. It'll be interesting. It's going to be very interesting at Martinsville for sure, but we'll see. Homestead, though, overall, great race, fantastic race, top 5 race of the year, easily. Why is it not the championship race? We'll never know. Please, NASCAR. Fix it. Do the right thing. Let's not have Phoenix at the finale anymore. It sucks. But, yeah. Homestead, fantastic. I hope you guys enjoyed my thoughts. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys after Martinsville. Peace.